We ready? Florida again. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's do it, boys. Yeah. All right, we're gonna head out. You can't come with us. We're gonna jump in the Uber, head to our meeting, and crush some new business. All right, we now invite you to present creative project. Presentation will be held December 4th through the 6th. Jesus Christ. A lot going on. All good things. We're gonna need a bigger office.
So here's our title, and we'll be coming back in.
And I think you can just go like, whatever, we're gonna need a bigger, that's exciting things. We're gonna need a bigger office, just super, super tight. So we're watching down, we're actually watching down Growing Bold. What episode is this, 17? 17. We're watching down Growing Bold episode 17. We didn't think we were gonna show this because it's a big pitch for a huge client. What I want to do is I want to turn this into a little bit of a lesson. So we're going to watch some of it's down, make some edit notes, and I'm going to give you some tips and some context to what we did, how we pitched, and how we won the business. All right, let's go.
Anywhere location. So are we geo-targeting it? Yes.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, like, do we need to necessarily call that?
It's making the deck easy.
No. It's no. How do we show not only our process, not only our strategy, not only our creative chops, but all tuned exactly for this particular opportunity in one single presentation? How do we get from point A to point B? What's the user journey look like? What would the creative potentially look like? What does the targeting look like? And then once we have all of these kind of pieces out in the world and we're all talking about them, that's when we start to rearrange them and see how they fit together and how one leads into another. We could work within the box, we can use the assets that they gave us and churn out sample creative, but that's gonna look like every other agency's presentation. So what we decided to do was to actually go down and shoot our own creative. Show them what it would actually look like should they choose to work with us. Almost everybody in the company having a hand or putting their own fingerprint on this. It's really awesome when that gets to happen. Say, we need to change this, tweak that graphic, move that shot, change that color correction, go back out, editors are back at it, and in an hour, we're back in the conference room again going over the next iteration of it. Showtime.
So Brad did a great job explaining this, but the reality is you want to win business, you want to grow a company, you want to blow it up, you want to be bold, you have to go out, you have to do things that no other business or agency in your field is willing to do. And most companies are worried about saying, hey, listen, let's get a contract signed first before we do the work. Yeah, but you know what? When you go out and you do the work and you show them not only are you able to do it, but you're willing to go that far above and beyond, you win. While everyone else is sitting around debating numbers and spreadsheets, we're out doing the work.
But I really think we should put our best foot forward in terms of whatever one we like the best. And those two, from a targeting perspective, are the same thing. So if we throw the graphic, like cut half the sound bites out of it, throw the graphics on top of it, and then it should work.
On the post-open side, very similarly.
Surprise.
All right. Shoot, I broke it again.
So,
How do we feel?
closed. It's good. Great. Seriously, this is the best damn pitch I've ever seen. Like, not here. I mean, in general, I've seen a lot of pitches. What?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian.
Look at that cake.
Happy birthday to you.
I think we got, wow, my face, huh?
No, they did. You had to buy 2 boxes.
Make sure you get some skin.
Did you catch that?
So, I mean, I think as far as everything in here is concerned, I feel pretty great about it. I don't want to do who we are because I feel like it's just like we're going to talk about that. What I want to do is like, this is bold, what we do, and it's like bold, creative, bold studio, bold data. We're doing a process every day. We're in here, and all of a sudden the power's in our hand because it's like our job is to pull this out. Our job is to understand this based on all the data that we knew 2 weeks ago
until today, this is what happens. The more data and info that you give us, the better this gets. Period. End of story.
Everything else is locked and loaded.
Dude, yeah, we can't. This is amazing. This is gonna be sick. If you have the keynote, not just the You're so smart. You ready?
Let's do it.
South Florida again. Boom. Boom. All right, everybody. Good stuff, good stuff. Hey, relax. Peace. And JFK headed down to Florida. We've got a big pitch and a couple other meetings that are very important, very critical for the agency. I'm gonna fly down 24 hours, head back, and brought the A team with me. They're eating lunch.
I was talking to Brad. I asked Brad this. I was curious what you thought too. How many agencies do you think are going to even go with a conditional lead form or even a consolidated Facebook page?
None. Maybe consolidated Facebook page, but conditional lead forms, none. Not at scale.
I think
one.
think that there are probably a couple agencies that are going to go consolidated Facebook page just because it's easier to manage.
Correct.
Right.
The other ones aren't going to be able to scale it, or they're just going to have to put a ton of people against it.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who go consolidated Facebook page are probably going to get tough questions as to why.
Yeah.
And I think if we get the tough question as
We
to
have
why,
the answer.
it's conditional lead form.
Right.
That's the crux of your entire business.
It just doesn't stop. Where most people think, hey, look, we've been working on this for a couple weeks nonstop, late nights, early mornings, we're gonna get on a flight, we're gonna relax, we're gonna take a nap for a couple hours while we're flying. We're working on that trip. Every single minute is an opportunity for you to do better. Every single minute that you have is an opportunity to collaborate and improve. It's gonna grow your business, and in our case, our clients' businesses. So we take advantage of every single opportunity and minute, especially when we're traveling together.
Like a transition from like saying
Transition
this
from
was our-
talking about this is what we know to talking about the timeline.
Guys,
Hey!
you guys are in focus right now. Hello, hello.
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah, welcome to paradise.
Nice to see you.
You guys excited to escape the cold ass weather? What are you guys working on? Last minute.
Yeah.
Deck changes.
Last minute tweaks. This thing is a beast.
Then maybe I'll take the.
I think you should take this.
Yeah, I think this one, because I think that it, just in my opinion, right? Like I'll be the person who paints like the broad strokes and whatever.
Yeah.
You're like painting the strategy, and you're kind of in the weeds, backing up the strategy, like specific how we're chopping it up and executing. Maybe that's kind of the like blend.
This is what I'm this is the part I've been thinking about the most and trying to wrap around what's the best way to put it. We've created something that can go to at any time as long as you refer to that.
Exactly.
This is the kickoff of the actual presentation.
Yeah, exactly. We've already even mentioned this to some of our direct contacts over at Facebook, and even they were impressed of how we could utilize their technology, and they were like, "Wow, that's a really great idea." So you'd be one of the first to ever do this. Blah blah blah. Like whatever. We'll play that one organically, but we need to make them go like, "Holy, no one else can do this."
It's sick. It looks awesome, and it's like so well thought out. Copy and paste, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's insane. Definitely the best one we've ever done.
It's super important to have a true differentiator. As software gets cheaper, as access to technology gets cheaper, everything's becoming a commodity. And if you don't have something that genuinely separates you, you need to figure out what that is or create it. And so for us, we have a lot of different things that we do that is truly different, all the way down to our process and our business model. But then additionally, with some of the things that we're doing from a tech and marketing side, truly genuinely different. And while I can't talk about the specifics, unfortunately, in your business, regardless of what you do, you need to understand what's the thing or things that is different, truly genuinely different, not marketing buzz where you're saying words, really something that you do or a process that you have that no one else does. And that's the thing that you need to make sure you drive home when you're pitching your business. Airdrop it to mine.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Nice, okay, cool. We're gonna look pro as You know what, how many agencies has this fucking remote, bro? This is the conference table. There's a big screen behind us. There's our laptops here facing us, and we take like a corner, and you can see, like that's the perfect solution. Really taking the stance of like being you know, the experts throughout. So instead of like, I'll be in charge of this, it's like, listen, like, this is my background. Like, I know Facebook marketing. I know, you know, digital attribution and blah, 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 blah. Cool. So we just want to do this thing? Yeah, let's just do it. We need to understand, why do your customers like you? Why do the people who leave not like you, or what are they perceiving that they don't like?
Maybe that's something where we just wait for questions if they have questions about the specifics on these, but just be like, you know, these are the audiences we deem would be most likely to understand and resonate with the audience. Why
don't we take one quick step back and go right back into the slide and just do this one more time while we're right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, we'll be able to. You know what? I'm sorry. I need to like take a second. I'm not doing very well here.
That's all right. That's all right. Take a breath. Take a breath. I think too. By the way, if obviously we still have more time to practice now, we'll get through it and you'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Do this a few more times. Like,
frankly, if I can't get through it, I'd rather you guys just fucking.
Well, what I was gonna say, honestly, like you're gonna. You're gonna be fine, dude. You talk about this shit all day. You're trying to think about the next 10 things and everything we just said. If you get really, just so we're all on the same page, if you start to get really hung up. Tee one of us up.
So if you just get, like, literally just brush these, and maybe we even flip those 2 bullets. So we go video audience sifting, 30-day website visitors, and then the engage with lead form as the last bit. And then you tee me up for the engage with lead form, and I can say
you finish it out.
Yeah.
You're so overthinking it too. You're fine. You're fucking golden, dude.
One of the other things that we thought we could probably pull off, that we weren't sure if we could pull off, but that's not a good way of saying that. This is a way that we can kind of flip the system on its head, and you can be one of the first ones to utilize this. It allows us to scale local advertising in a way that has not been possible up until this point.
Yeah, we don't want to overcomplicate it and make it feel slow, but we also want it to be like this. We really put a lot of time, energy, thought, and process into this. We literally just invented. I always love this quote from Michael Jordan. Some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen. Others make it happen. Bold is a team that makes it happen. Thank you very much. I think a lot of people underrate practice. There's a reason that we ran through this pitch a dozen times all the way till 1 o'clock in the morning the night before. You want to work out the bugs. You want to understand what are the potential scenarios. What you don't want to do is you don't want to be robotic and have an entire script where this person talks, then this person, you know, continues the conversation. You want it to feel natural, and the only way that that happens is to practice different scenarios, screw up in the hotel room the night before so that when you show up, you've got your game, you got your game plan, but you also know the backup plans, and you also know which each team member's strengths are. So when those conversations come up, that person knows when they should add their value. And I think too, you're going to be tweaking until the last minute if you do it right, because I forget who said this quote, but a film is never truly finished, it's merely abandoned. And I think it's so great because it means you just keep working until you hit the deadline. You just keep improving, keep raising that bar, and it comes down to teamwork. I can't do this by myself. The team can't do it in a silo. It really comes down to collaborating, understanding the value of your company, understanding what you do well, and making sure to hit on the points of your differentiation and being prepared for anything. All right, buddy. Good shit, man. Thank you.
It's been a long day, but it's not that long.
Yeah. See you bright and early. We do what we gotta do. Practice, practice, practice. We're prepared, man. That's why we're gonna kill it. The elevator's not prepared at all. Slow. All right, homie. See you later. See you in the morning. Peace, dude. Well, they're out of bananas, so what is that good? What good does that do? You son of a bitch.